George Zimmerman decides, with I don't know who, that his next line of work will be suing the family that he took son from. You can't. What? Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then. BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Yeah. So, apparently, George Zimmerman. So, now look, I don't know what you think about the guy, but, like, there's levels. Like, I'm just learning this. There's levels to douchebaggery. Like, there was a point where I thought somebody can just be a douchebag. Where it's like, see that guy? He is a douchebag. Then I'm just saying, apparently now I'm learning that there's levels to this. So, George Zimmerman is apparently, allegedly, suing the family of Trayvon Martin, a publisher of some book, and I think like a lawyer or two that worked on the case, $400 million. Okay, so for everybody that don't know, George Zimmerman is the man that shot Trayvon Martin in 2012. It was a fatal shooting. Trayvon Martin was 17, and it was in Sanford. I guess that's Sanford, Florida. So, it seems like Zimmerman is upset that he was prosecuted. You got it. It seems like Zimmerman was upset that he was prosecuted, and he's angry with what was said in the courtroom. So it says Zimmerman is also being represented by some guy named Larry Klayman. He's a high-profile legal cruiser. He's tied to like conservative causes, and he's the founder of something called Judicial Watch. Just so y'all know, I'm getting most of this information from Miami Herald, and the article is written by a Douglas Hanks, pardon me. He might be one of those people that's like, say my whole name, damn it. So Douglas Hanks. Yeah. So it's actually the Polk County Circuit Court is where the suit is at. It's like there's like a documentary about the case titled "The Trayvon Hoax" that accuses the Martin family of engineering false testimony. Now, I'm not entirely sure what testimony they're talking about, but for everybody that don't know, George Zimmerman saw Trayvon Martin coming from the store, or going to the, I don't know if he actually followed him to the store and followed him back home, but he saw him coming from the store. He called 911. 911 told him to leave the young man alone. He decided that he was not going to not leave the young man alone. He walked up to the young man, got into a yelling or shouting match with him, which then turned into a wrestling match, which then turned into Trayvon Martin being shot and killed. So I don't even understand how an individual wouldn't think. I mean, forget about what we know about the case. Forget about everything that we know about the case. I don't see how an individual wouldn't think that they would at least be put on trial for any situation that has any type of events involved in it that are those events that I just explained, that culminates in the death of another person. So this is okay, real quick. this is a problem that we should have in our society. And that problem should be how certain people don't have the same value as other people. Now, I'm not going to turn this into a race thing, even though we all know this Zimmerman, like it says right here, basically the lawyer that's going to be helping Zimmerman or filing the case or whatever his name is, Larry Klayman. He's part of, he has a lot of ties to conservative causes, and conservative causes is kind of lingo for, racist. But I'm not saying that that's what it is, okay? Let's just be clear on that. I'm not accusing anybody of being anything at all. But what I am saying is that when you have a situation where a young black man who's 17 years old gets gunned down in the street because he's just walking home and another individual wants to walk up to them and ask them a ton of questions. Look, I don't have the right personally to walk up onto somebody in the middle of the street and start asking them where they live, start asking them what they're doing. I do not have the right to do that. Period. Neither does anyone else. If you are an individual, and I just want to say this real quick before we get on to any more of this. If you are an individual and you're watching your neighborhood, when you go up and when you see someone and you think they look suspicious, you call the police. You're part of the neighborhood watch. The police should be what you should be calling. You shouldn't be walking around with a gun trying to figure out a way to use it. Now, I have my own opinions on this particular case. Like, if Trayvon Martin happened to be 25 years old or 30, I don't think Zimmerman would have walked up to him. If Trayvon Martin looked like an actual gang member, I don't think Zimmerman would have walked up to him. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong. If Trayvon Martin really looked suspicious, I think George Zimmerman would have got his ass in a car. And I don't know if he has a car or not, but got his ass in his car, called the police, and would have stayed a mile away from Trayvon Martin. I think the main reason why George Zimmerman had the courage to attack and kill that young man is based off of the fact that you can look at the young man and tell that he probably comes from a pretty good house. He probably comes from a nice home. You can look at him and tell. Anyway, as news of the lawsuit became widely reported, there's a theater that was rented for a screening. Okay, real quick. The Polk County Circuit Court has a suit of information or whatever the case is, and like I just told y'all, that revolves around the documentary that was made titled The Trayvon Hoax, that accuses the Martin family of engineering false testimony, like I just told you. Anyway, as news of the lawsuit became widely reported, the theater that was rented for the screening, the name of the theater is Coral Gables Art Cinema. It announced it canceled the event. I guess they didn't know what was going to be showed. I mean, none of this is funny, but they didn't know what was going to be showed, and they was like, wait, what? That's the movie they play? Nah, not here. Take that to the other side of town. That's probably what they told him. Anyway, so the Coral Gables Art Cinema was not aware at all of the details surrounding the event. They had the event canceled. Anyway, back to the suit. The suit seeks $100 million in civil damages, alleging defamation, not sure how, abuse of the civil process and conspiracy, not sure how. A copy of the suit was distributed to media Wednesday by the movie's director, Joe Gilbert. The case does not yet appear on the online docket of the Polk County system. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to say about this, but it sounds 100% like they're trying to just figure out a way to make money off of that young man being stalked and being murdered. And this is what I mean by douchebaggery. This is just evil. There's levels to this. You know how evil somebody gotta be to just stalk another person who's somewhere off minding their own business, not doing nothing to nobody? Nah, evil. See, nowadays we have this weird culture, right? We have this weird culture where people where people lurk and watch you and try to figure out how to destroy you. That's the culture that we live in. So just me speaking for my opinion, anybody that's out there doing something like that, you're doing exactly what Trayvon Martin, you're doing exactly what George Zimmerman did to Trayvon Martin. You saw somebody that you wanted to just destroy, you're following them, and you're trying to do everything in your power to have them killed. George Zimmerman is evil. This line of thinking is evil. Just because somebody does it on a small scale in contrast to a larger scale, that doesn't make the type of thought that it takes to process this type of information and then carry it out any less evil. If you got a little kid that he's out there and he's killing cats, there's a good chance when he gets a little bit older, he won't be killing cats no more. Anyway, let me know what y'all guys think about this. Put it down in the comment section. How are you gonna sue the family of somebody that you murdered? That's not even up for debate. He murdered Trayvon Martin. How are you gonna sue the family of an individual that you murdered? Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.